Welcome, gentle gamer, to the... Oof. Why can't I move that? I want to move that. That's not good. What's the code to get rid of it? Well, I guess I can, there we go. Oh, I want you out of my way, Arena Tutor. Leave a comment if you know how to solve this problem. I seem to remember it was Alt-T. Alt-F gets it out of the way? Okay, well at least I can get out of the way. Okay, so what have we got here? I could take Dragon's Fire, the best common. I could take a Feywild Trickster and maybe get into the dice rolling deck. I think it'd be really fun to play that dice rolling deck. Oh, or do I want Trellisara Moondancer and do the life gain deck? Well, I think it'll be a little more fun to do the dice rolling deck. Ooh, Wizard class. Always good in a blue deck. Pixie Guide works in the dice rolling deck. And then do I want to go with Arcane Investigator or Hobgoblin Captain? Well, we're in the dice rolling deck. Every time I roll a dice with Feywild Trickster, I get a Dragon Fairy. Faraday's Fireball. If I'm doing the blue-red dice rolling deck, always great to have Air Cult Elemental. Wouldn't it be cool if we pulled a Delina? Now, Hoarding Ogre is a dice roll repeating. Villain's Lair is a real good counterspell. Another Arcane Investigator. I'm regretting going for him instead of the other good thing now. Just going with stuff on color here. I'll get the uncommon for the Vault reward. Okay, Burning Hands, amazing card. Or Sorcerer class. Am I going to be playing enough instants and sorceries? And I can kind of storm off with sorceries. Well, if there's any deck to use it, it's this one. I think Burning Hands is way better. Scion of Stygia. Oh, it's a shame to have to pass up a Power Would Kill, but here's a D20 roll. We got a nice number of D20 rollers here. Oh, do I want a Zorn? Am I going to be making treasure? Making treasure with the Hoarding Ogre. Or would it be better to just have a Hulking Bugbear? I don't know if I have any other treasure makers, really. Oof, hate to pass up a Zorn. Clever Conjurer is also a real cool card. Well, I'll grab the Zorn just in case I'm going to put in more treasure stuff. Dragon's Fire is the ticket here. That's definitely the best option. Pretty much always want that card. Now, do I want, you see, a pair of goblins, which I love, or do I want a Plundering Barbarian for treasure? I've got that Zorn who's going to double any of my efforts to make treasure. Always go with Dragon's Fire. Improvised Weaponry is direct damage that makes a treasure, but Contact Other Plane is draw and rolls a 20. Yeah, Shocking Grasp seems like it might be good because you draw a card. I probably won't play it though. Wield Sorcerer class, but I think I want Soul Knife Spy. 3 Arcane Investigators, 4 Arcane Investigators. Swarming Goblins is a D20 roll. Earth Cult I probably won't play. Welp, here's not a good pack. I guess Clever Conjurer, or do I want Jaded Sellsword? I've got plenty of 4-drops. Clever Conjurer is good for untapping my lands. He's a ramp card. Charmed Sleep or Dragon's Fire. 3 Dragon's Fire is pretty good. I might regret not getting that Sorcerer class. Do I want another contact or another ogre? Or, oh, Brazen Dwarf with lots of dice rolling going on. Brazen Dwarf might be good. Don't think I'm going to splash in black, even though that's a kind of a cool dice rolling ability. Or should I? I think I'll just go for Vault Rewards here. Barbarian class is good with dice rolling. Another Feywild Trickster. Oh my goodness, I'm super excited about this dice rolling deck that is coming together here. I'll go for the Vault Rewards. And again. Now, Ray of Frost is actually a pretty great card. Temple of the Dragon Queen, decent mana fix in there. Uncommon for the Vault Rewards. Well, here we go. Let's see if we got a deck. I'm wondering if I want the Goblin Javelineer or if I should just pull it. Oh, we're still... Why is this thing offset here? I need to figure out how to move that out of my way. Well, what does it recommend that I cut? It wants me to cut You Find the Villain's Lair, all the Arcane Investigators, Silver Raven, Mordenkainen's Polymorph, Shock and Grasp. Definitely think I'm going to pull Secret Door. Maybe I'll pull one Arcane Investigator. Pixie God I'd rather draw. Feywild Trickster I'd rather draw. Ray of Frost is super good. I may end up pulling that Zorn. I've only got the one Plundering and the one Hoarding. Those are my only treasure makers. Do I keep a Temple of the Dragon Queen? I don't have any dragons except for... Nope, I might have a dragon in play, but that wouldn't do any extra damage. Do I want two Villain's Lair or just the one? Do I want any? Or do I want to focus on rolling d20? Yeah, I'll take the Zorn out. I do love a Zorn. Love me some Zorn. Now, it seems like it might be wise, with not a lot of expensive things, to go down to 16 lands. I don't know. I don't like lands that tap. Need to make a couple more cuts. Almost everything synergizes with the... how many 4-drops do I need? Almost everything synergizes. That guy costs 6 to do his ability, the Arcane Investigator, so it's understandable I might want to pull him. And we'll go down to 16 lands, make it 8 and 8. Alright, we got ourselves a deck. We're starting. So this is a very silly Izzet dice rolling deck, but I got a lot of the dice rolling stuff that I wanted. 2 Feywild Trickster lets me make lots of tokens, and 1 Brazen Dwarf will be doing some zap damage. If I draw him early, I can, maybe get 5 or 10 zap damage done over the course of the game. Oh, it's a shame I didn't draw either Wizard class or Barbarian class, because that would have been a good first or second turn play. However, I do have a Dragon's Fire that I'm holding up. And Dragon's Fire will be perfect for taking out their ramp card here in the Clever Conjurer, which would be a mana fixer too, because they could double the effect of whatever mana they might play. Okay, what do I do here? Soul Knife Spy will help me draw a card. Oof. Well, I guess it won't be helping me draw a card, because they'll trade with their Plundering Barbarian for sure. I guess Feywild Trickster is next, and I'll do Contact Another Plane and create a token. No attacks. Oof, that's a bummer. Too bad I don't get to make a creature off of their die roll. It should be whenever anyone rolls a die. Ah, and here's that Dragon's Fire I was hoping for. Well, I'd love to draw a card, so zap you. And then next to combat, we'll attack. And then do I play the Brazen? I do want to play the Brazen, because that's going to do damage for every dice roll. And I'm going to do so many dice rolls this game. Super excited about all the dice rolls that we have in store. Am I playing a mirror match against another dice roll deck? They've got Pixie Guide? Oh my goodness. Well, Brazen Dwarf's going to zap you. Ooh, and I get to scry 2 before drawing 2 cards. Dragon's Fire is great, Swarming Goblins is great. I'll just take those. I'll do a Dragon's Fire on your guide. So I don't want any of your dice rolls improving. That might have been a waste of a Dragon's Fire. Might have been better to get it out on the Brazen Dwarf. I'm gonna say nice. We're a mirror. We're. It's like we showed up to the prom. We're in the same dress. Okay. So I got 7 lands here. I want to cast a 3-drop and a 5-drop. With my treasure, I can do it. And then I'll get out the Investigator and can start rolling the dice for 6 mana a pop. Nice to have a lot of land. This is even after going down from 17 to 16 I drew this much land. Are you going to allow me to create a treasure token, or do you have an answer? Do you have an effect? Are you going to respond to my effect at instant speed with a 2-drop instant? Come on, buddy. No, I am relieved that I'm playing a mirror match here. Because this isn't necessarily the strongest deck, and I know that it's a hard archetype to pull off. But you know what? This is the classic Forgotten Realms, mechanics, so it's going to be a real flavor win for either of us. It'd be funny if the next one I came up against was a dungeon mechanic deck. Well, I'm only going to create 1 token. But I'm going to do that zap damage. I'm all about that zap damage. Just whittle away. Oh, look at that! Nice! We've had quite the mirror match. Okay, well, let's roll another, huh? Let's search the room. Always nice to draw a card. Oh, and there's that Barbarian class. Do I do a big attack or do I just hold up? I think I'll just hold up for now. I can advance my Barbarian class. Oh, they got the Fireball. But who are they going to target with it? Are they going to zap my Swarming Goblins or my Hoarding Ogre? Aberrant Mind Sorcerer just has the Psionic Spell ETB. They don't do anything else. How can you be a human elf? Oh, is that a half-elf? That makes sense. Not a lot of human elves before the D&D set came out, I presume. Oh, good choice. That's my mana sink. So how much is this going to cost me? Not much. Level 3 creatures I control have haste. And let's just all attack. I'm just going to be chaotic now. Natural 20 creates 3 treasure tokens for the no cards that I have in my hand. Okay, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains menace. Oh, they're going to scoop. Well, that was a fun dice rolling, chaosy kind of a game. One thing that would make me feel better about this deck is if I had a Delina Wild Mage like I did in that Boros draft, which didn't go my way. It'd be so fun to copy an Arcane Investigator with a Delina and get a spell out of the graveyard and get a dice roll synergy. It would be fun to copy the plundering barbarian dwarf guy. Make some treasure. Now here we do have the first turn barbarian class, followed by second turn gnarliness, followed by third turn plundering barbarian to make a treasure perhaps, or poke out a healing potion. Now this here is a land from the Midnight Hunt set. I guess my lands are also from the Midnight Hunt set. I wonder how to swap them out. Well, I guess I'll play the dwarf. Then when I start rolling dice, I'll benefit from that, and I'll benefit from that. It's too bad you don't get a point of damage per dice roll. Wouldn't that be fun? Soul Knife Spy. Well, I've got someone to trade for that now. And if you don't want to trade, I got a Dragon's Fire for your Soul Knife, because I don't want you drawing cards. I don't want you doing 3 damage to my face either. Oh, the Ray of Frost. Well, I guess I am. I don't want to trade the Brazen Dwarf. Oh, that burns me up. That just burns me up so much. Okay, so I think I'll cast the Arcane Investigator. And then Dragon's Fire will take out your Soul Knife Spy, allowing me to attack your face. And you wasted your Ray of Frost on my 2/2 blocker. You're all tapped out. Do you have a... Oh, you have a white combat trick that's going to save you, huh? Guess if I block with both of my guys, I only lose one and they lose their Spy. Oh, I suppose all I need to do is block with the Investigator. Well, we'll see what happens. If I draw a land, I can use the Investigator and give my Brazen Dwarf Menace. But first, I want to get my Feywild Trickster out, obviously. Get some dice rolling synergy. Now, I don't want to waste a treasure on that. I guess the fairies will be blockers against the Jenny Windseer. Or do I want to bust out Faraday's Fireball? Oof. Well, that's another treasure I can use. Guess I will bust out Faraday's Fireball. How come they always take out my nice fairy? I want to make some fairy dragon tokens, but they always remove it. Oh, well, it's a relief it didn't damage me in the process. You got an effect for that with your 1 mana? Your 1 white you're holding up? Guess what? I'm going to pass. Feywild Trickster is a treasure of this deck. Such a shame to have its one ability removed. Well, that'll help me cast my Swarming Goblins and at least bounce off the Brazen Dwarf to do 1 damage. Oh. Is this a blue-white dungeon deck? Didn't I say in the last game, wouldn't it be funny if I went up against a dungeon mechanic deck? Well, if you got Hamma Pashar, you got yourself a dungeon deck in white and blue. Well, I suppose if I cast the Ginny Windseer now, I won't have to pop the treasure off. Nice natural 20. How about that? Got an Air Cult Elemental on the way, huh? I guess I'll do him first. And then the Feywild Trickster? Or do I want the Feywild Trickster and then him? I would also like to draw the mountain. Why don't I do it this way? Next turn, Feywild Trickster, and then get the mountain and cast, what's his name? Cast Ray of Frost if he attacks with the Veteran Dungeoneer, which he does. Alright, so Feywild Trickster. And you know what? I think I will... Oh, countered. And a venture into the dungeon, because of course this is a dungeon deck. I think I'll pop my treasure to make a Ray of Frost. I know I've got Swarming Goblins on the next turn. Auto pay for that. Interrupt your Lost Mine of Fandelver ability. Creating a Goblin token. And I'll attack for you, can't block. Oh. Gnarly, this opponent has all the combat tricks. Another venture into the dungeon. Now they're going to get a counter, right? They get a 1/1 counter, or they get 1 life and 1 life. Yep. Oh, well. I guess you can kill both of my guys if I block, but I don't want you to be just rampaging over me and drawing cards. And I feel like you're probably tapped out of combat tricks. 2 for 1, not happy, but, oh, and I'm not going to get the dice roll synergy anymore. And you counter him? Gotta tip your cap. Nice move. Nice play. Now we're top decking it. And I'm down low. Oh, and you're going to recast your beast. Oof. Now they can draw a card. Welp. Oh, can't cast it. Oh, there's going to be haste. And I'll be down to 3. Grandmaster of Flowers, man. It's a Bahamut Planeswalker with all kinds of abilities I can learn about. I'll bounce the Goblin, obviously. Don't want to bounce the Beast. I need to hold him up as a blocker. I doubt I'm winning this game, but what the heck, we're making a recording, we'll play it out. Oh, can't block, huh? Good game. Didn't have to play it out for too long. Well, that's 1-1. Not making much progress in Diamond Tier 4 at this rate. I feel like it says something about my efforts to get better that I've at least made it into the diamond tier finally. This is my second month of drafting. And what you get when you watch the MTG Greybeard is you get to watch a regular guy, not a pro, not some kind of super hot streamer. My buddy just texted me asking if I've seen Dune yet. I'm going to see it on Saturday. Many nerds that want to talk about Dune, feel free to leave me a comment, tell you how you liked the new movie. No spoilers, please. I say that as if I haven't read the books a million times. Alright, Pixie Guide will let me roll another die. I want to save the Scion? I guess I do. Now we're up against Rakdos, the scariest and most powerful archetype of Forgotten Realms. Oh, we're zapping the Pixie Guide. I was afraid of that, but I'm not too worried about it. Rakdos loves the treasure deck archetype. I can expect that. Goblin Javelineer doesn't scare me too much, though. That's a card that I cut from my own red-containing deck. Well, I guess I'll play the Scion and just make sure that you stay tapped. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter what my dice roll ends up being. They don't even bother rolling the die. Oh, Chaos Channeler. Glad I held up my Dragon's Fire. That's a gnarly one. That's a powerful card. Don't forget to drop my island before I end turn. There we go. Another one? Well, that's just silly. Are they going to attack when I can just block with a couple of randos? Oh, draw a card, lose one life. I'm happy to see that life loss right now. Not happy to see the card draw, though. Another Swarming Goblins. I'm wishing I had that you see a group of goblins card. Well, why don't I search the room here? Be nice to draw a land. Oh, Feywild Trickster. Next turn, my D20 capabilities will be expanded. Dragon's Fire. That reminds me of a Metallica song. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons, fire, and the things that will bite. If there's one thing I recommend that my viewers do, it is sleep with one eye open. Well, that's the last attack you're going to make with Chaos Channeler. Hope it was worth it to exile that one card. Oh, it's a Skullport. Gnarly. Oh. You got a trick, or you're losing your guy? You're losing your guy. Skullport, though. Well, okay, so I can do Feywild Trickster and Arcane Investigator. I think that's probably the ticket. Oh, and the Wizard class. No, I can't do them both. Well, the Wizard class isn't helping me until I'm spending mana on it, so I'll cast another critter. They always kill my Fairy Dragon Maker. They always kill it. These mean people. Next turn, Wizard class and Swarming Goblins. Get busy swarming or get busy dying. Or I could play the Wizard class and draw 2 cards. This has been quite a slow game. Am I going to deck my opponent? Still 19 cards. I got 25. They've drawn, what, 6 more than me? Goblin Javelineers are just going to javelin any of those dudes and not take a hit from them. Alright, Faraday's Fireball on the Skullport. And I'll take out the Hexblade with an attack. Oh good, and I didn't lose the coin flip there. I'll play Wizard class. And then I will attack with these 2. You can block one of them and trade. And you can take 2 to the face. I guess I should have attacked with a goblin too, knowing that they were likely to trade. Well, if I lose this by 1 life, I will curse that move. I always do welcome any comments you might have about mistakes I'm making during play or choices I might have chosen differently. Kalane would be fun in a Delina Wild Mage game. You'd be making treasures. Well, we got a goblin squad. Oof, and you used 2 treasures. Nice. Well, that's 7 damage coming my way. Unless I want to block Battle Goblin, which I think I will to prevent the 5. Scratch off a goblin to save yourself 5 damage. Oof. Yeah, all the card drawing they're doing is just really gotten the better of me here. Well, why don't I draw some cards? Will I have enough? I won't have enough left to play the goblins if I do. I think I want to do the Swarm of Goblins here. Hopefully I get a nice high roll. Nope, I create 1. But I can block and kill his Battlecry zombie now. Battlecry Goblin, rather. I'm still in this game. I got myself a Dragon's Fire. Oh. I think the Gelatinous Cube might be a good game, though. I'll just go ahead and scoop it. Yep, the Rakdos deck. The most successful archetype in the Forgotten Realms. I was playing, when I got started on Arena, you know, I went through the color challenge and they gave me a pre-constructed deck of that Rakdos treasure deck. Remember, it had the Immerstrom Predator and a nice gold Span Dragon. I get to play with a card that costs $50 on paper, but online it just costs you a gold wild card. Grab myself a little drink here. Still waiting, huh? Well, got myself a drink and a little snack of mac and cheese. Be jealous. 3 land hands. That's one of my favorite starting hands, is the 3 land hand. That's my last name, you know, my last name is Hand, so you might call me 3 land hand. Because he likes 3 lands so much. What is it that I could have done differently with this deck, you know? in terms of going from pick one for the D20 roller, what mistakes did I make in draft? What could I have done better? Should I have abandoned the whole concept? Another mirror match. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do Dragon's Fire. I'm going to do Ray of Frost on this guy because it loses all abilities. This is a straight up mirror match. I want the Windseer out as soon as possible because it's doing flyer damage. It's a shame I didn't draw Faraday. You know, he's the D20 archetype signpost uncommon for blue-red. Oh, tapping down my genie, are we? Too bad I don't have the instant speed Dragon's Fire available any longer. Well, nothing wrong with upgrading Wizard class. I'll just mute the mic for a moment. Well, here's the Earth Cult Elemental, which I cut from my deck. Do I sack the Wizard class? No, I'll sack a tapped mountain, because I know I got a mountain in hand. Can I somehow stop the Earth Cult Elemental from killing me? Well, I've got enough to cast these two creatures. And I'll attack with everything. Pixie Guide's also a flyer, so do I block with Hoarding Ogre this turn? No, because I'd rather attack with Hoarding Ogre. And I'm doing 6, 7, 8. That wouldn't be enough to kill him. So I'll block with Pixie Guide, and then we'll see what they cast. And we'll see what I draw. Well, that's bad. The Sky and Stygia can kill my Hoarding Ogre, and it will. I'll be able to put a counter on the Genie Windseer, but it won't untap, so if I don't draw a creature, I'm doomed. Well, I guess this is a mirror match I'm losing. Oh wow, they've got split the party and they're returning half of my creatures. Oof. Well, I'm not dead yet. Too bad I don't have a fully loaded barbarian whatchamacallit. But we'll see what I draw. What the heck? Oh no, we won't, because I'm dead. That's a good game. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. I'm facing elimination now with my goofy D20 roller. Thanks for watching the MTG Greybeard, a regular guy who loses a lot of games. I'll return for part 2, and you'll see how many wins I can eke out.